your relationship between time and trust is something that most people don't talk about. I've had my own dealings with time and trust in the business world because over the past 7 years, I've invested a lot into coaching, mentors, courses, agencies, lead generation services, and they all had mixed results. But the outliers that I saw that did really well compared to ones that just flopped and did not get me results, complete waste of money, was two things. Number one was the time and the trust aspect. So when I invested into coaching that didn't get me great results, a lot of that was due to the fact that I just could not trust what these people were doing in terms of getting me results on time, being able to fulfill on what I paid for. And I've also had coaches where I've invested into them and I almost had this story in my head saying, like, can I actually trust that they can take care of me, that they can actually get me results? Because there's coaches that you'll invest into, or, if you do it long enough, you may invest into coaches where they do have they have full intentions to deliver results, but you have to ask, like, can I trust them to deliver on those results? Like, are they experienced enough to do it? Well, on the other hand, you have coaches or agencies or whatever where you invest into them and they can fulfill it. You know that they can get you results. You know that they're skilled enough, but do they actually care enough? Do they care about me as a client? Do they care about me as, someone that paid them, right? And one thing I heard recently on a coaching call is that people often come into our lives for specific reasons, right? So some people are going to come into our lives, let's say a mentor or a coach, and you see them as, okay, this is the type of stuff that I want to emulate, right? So I've had coaches where it's like, okay, this is a great coach. This person is getting me great results. They show up on time. They're consistent. And most importantly, they're trustworthy and reliable, right? If you say something and you don't do it, trust starts to erode. And one thing that I've noticed is anytime I'm investing into myself and it doesn't really pan out, or I can just tell, like, okay, they didn't really put in full effort, it just erodes my trust, right? It erodes the time frame, the time frames in my head too, because now it's like people will tell me, hey, yeah, you're going to get this in that time frame, or, we're going to get this many leads, we're going to get this result, we're going to hit this, monthly revenue or whatever it is. And it's like, if that doesn't happen, then automatically I almost add time to it. I'm like, okay, so you tell me in a month or two I'm gonna get this result. Let me just add in like a little buffer, because I almost like can't trust people that they're actually going to pull through. And so because of those negative experiences, I've also used that as examples of what not to be. Right? So some people come into our lives and they show us exactly who we want to be. They give us something to emulate on a positive note. Well, on the other side, there's people that come into our lives and we're like, okay, that's exactly what I don't want in my coaching program. This is exactly what I don't want my clients to feel if they invest into me. And because of those experiences, it has made me such a reliable coach. The reason that I am so consistent, the reason I'm so reliable, the reason I show up every single time for every one of my clients, and because I go to war for my clients, is because I've had these experiences, right? I've invested over $130,000 into myself. I can't say, unfortunately, that every single investment was worth my time or worth my money or got me the best returns. It just happens. And the reason for that is because I couldn't always trust if these people were going to pull through. And because I've had those experiences time after time of people giving me a general idea of what could be accomplished, and it doesn't come close, or they just don't fulfill, they don't put in the effort, or, something just doesn't happen the way it's supposed to. Again, it just erodes the trust that they can actually fulfill it. So a lesson I want you guys to learn from this, number one, choose your mentors, choose your investments wisely, invest into people that have your best intentions and can get you the results, and don't favor the money over you. That's a big mistake in the coaching space. Is a lot of people, they're full of BS and they're out here collecting money, but they don't actually care about the client's results. And so when I came into the coaching space, I wanted to be that person who shows up for my clients, who gets my clients results, right? Like, I don't care if you pay the money in 2 installments, 5 installments, if you paid over time. Like, the money really does not matter in the grand scheme of things. I want to get my clients results and impact, because with the results and impact that my clients get, the more referrals come in, the more positive energy comes my way, the more I actually get out of it long term, right? Versus you have a business where you can't actually pull through for your clients, that's not going to last very long. So I just want to put that out there. If you guys are looking to invest into coaching, invest wisely, invest into the right mentors who can guide you in the right direction. And if you guys are coaches yourself, or if you are building out your own programs, make sure that if you tell somebody that you're going to do something, that you actually do it. Like, I was actually talking to one of my buddies. I grew up on a small farm, and so, like, backcountry, like, we take our word very seriously, right? And so, like, if people book a call and they don't show up, like, we take that pretty seriously. If someone says, hey, you're going to get this and that and all this stuff, and it doesn't happen, we take that seriously. If we have a program and you don't get something in that time frame, whether it's because you're not skilled enough or whether it's because you are just lazy and you don't put in the effort, we kind of take that seriously, because the moment you break trust with your word and with your time, you can't get that back. So if you guys are in the coaching space, make sure that if you say you're going to do something, you do your damn best to actually fulfill on that and do the work and show up. And obviously, if you're investing into coaching, just make sure that you work with people that have your best intentions at heart, want to get you results, and most importantly, can back what they say. Because at the end of the day, like you heard the cliche quote, it's not about what people say, it's about what people do, right? So look at people's actions. Look at, like, what are they actually doing? Because at this point, I don't care what you say to me. You could say, hey, I'm going to get back to you by Tuesday. Hey, I'm going to get you this amount of results. Hey, I'm going to get you this and that. That literally means nothing to me. You have to show me, right? If you show me, okay, then I can trust you. But at this point in time, it's like, I really don't care what you say in terms of making this thing sound appealing, because at the end of the day, it's about actions and results.